Turn your magic on to me, he'd say.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have another holiday makeup tutorial for you, and I'm really excited about this look because it's not as colorful as my last look, but it's still really glam. So my inspiration for this look was the new Jouer lip topper, and it's just this really pretty like sheer but super pigmented glitter. It goes over any lipstick color and I just love it. So I'm wearing that on my lips, and then I wanted to play off the kind of nude colors and do a really neutral eye and make it more fun and holiday appropriate with some really dramatic lashes. So since this look is so neutral in color, you could totally get away with wearing it during the day, but it is definitely more of a party nighttime look because of the lashes and the shimmery lips. But it's a really fun way to do a dramatic look because all the colors are so neutral and the eyeshadow is so soft that it just looks like a natural look that's a little bit amped up. This is personally one of my favorite looks to wear out because it's just such a feminine and soft look, but the lashes really just add some drama. So yeah, and also playing off of that, I just wore something that's really soft and neutral, and then I added the choker to make it a little bit more edgy, and that's kind of what I feel like this makeup look is like. So if you guys want to see how to get this look, then just keep watching. Okay, so I've already applied my moisturizer and primer, and I'm going to start off with foundation. I'm going to be using my Makeup Forever HD as usual.
Gonna hold the path, the sky and say, only I hold me. I feel my heart beating. I feel my heart beneath my skin.
Okay, so this eye look is not going to have a lot of fallout, so I'm going to go ahead and do my concealer before my eye makeup because I just want to have a nice perfected base before I move on to the more fun part of the look. So sometimes it's totally okay to do your foundation first as long as you're not working with dark shadows. Okay, so today I'm going to be using a new under eye corrector. I recently got the Bobbi Brown Universal palette, so it has all the correctors and concealers in it, and I love the shades of the correctors for the under eye, but I specifically want that in my makeup kit. So I went ahead and looked at Bobbi Brown when I went to Sephora yesterday, and I ended up picking up the Serum corrector in Light Bisque, and the reason I got this one is because it is liquid, and I just prefer liquid on myself. I feel like it just ends up lasting longer and it looks a little bit better. But I do really like having the Creme palette for when I'm doing other people's makeup because I have all the shades right there, and everyone I've used it on, the Creme looks great. So I don't know why on myself I just prefer liquid. I think it's just because my under eyes tend to get dry, and you would think Creme would be hydrating, but sometimes I feel like it just settles into any fine lines, or it tends to just feel a little bit heavier on myself. So I ended up picking the Skin Serum Corrector up, and I'm going to try it today. I am in the color Light Bisque. Also, the packaging on all Bobbi Brown products are so pretty, which I'm kind of like obsessed with Bobbi Brown lately just because I love her and I've just been like looking at a lot of her products. But I'm going to go ahead and apply this and stop talking. So I'm just going to put this on the inside corner of my eye and blend it out. You can see it's a really pinky peach tone, which helps cancel out any blue and purple under the eye. So you can already see the under eyes are already kind of corrected. Now I'm going to go in with my favorite Nars Creamy Concealer, and I actually also switched shades in this. I'm usually the shade Custard, but since now it is winter and I am very pale, I went down to the shade Vanilla, and it's just a couple shades lighter, and it's not quite as yellow. It's more of a neutral shade. So this is also my first time using this in person. I tried it on in Sephora and I liked it. It was a lot lighter than I was used to, but I am so pale, so I think it's what I need. So you always want to put a concealer over the corrector so you don't have like a pink under eye. Okay, I'm going to set my under eyes a little bit later in case I need to add more concealer. Next, I'm going to prime my eyelids with my Nars Eye Primer. This is my absolute favorite primer.
Everything you want to dream away.
Okay, today I'm going to be using the Stila in the Light palette, and I haven't used this palette in a tutorial in a long time, but it's honestly one of my favorite neutral palettes. I just tend to reach for my Becca ones or my Urban Decay ones, but I do love the quality of the Stila shadows, and I think it's such a pretty neutral, shimmery palette. I'm going to start by applying this matte nude shade all over as a base. And this will just help everything look more even, and it also helps blend better when you have a base color down. Okay, next I'm going to go into Bliss, which is this light matte tan color. This is going to be our first crease color just to add a little bit of definition before we start building. going to apply it on this outer corner and just blend it in.
That I can't go on, not in this way.
Next, I'm going to take a little bit of Nars Madly Blush, which is a kind of pinky tan color, and I'm going to use this to blend out that first color kind of up to the brow bone. And we're also going to use this on the cheeks, so it's going to really tie in the eyes to the cheek color, and it just looks really pretty when you have a blush tone, I think, blending out the crease.
Beneath my skin, I feel my heart beating.
Next, we're going to apply Kitten all over the lid, which is one of Stila's most famous shadow colors, and it's just a very, very shimmery nude color, and it really gives your eyes that really shiny look, and I think it is so pretty. We're just going to pack that color with a flat brush all over the lid. Okay, then I'm going to deepen up the crease with Sandstone, which is a dark matte brown. I'm just going to use a tiny bit because I don't want this look to look smoky, but I do want to add just a little more definition in that outer corner.
Beneath my skin, I feel my heart beating. I feel my heart beneath my skin. I feel my heart.
Okay, next with a pencil brush, I'm just going to kind of use that same brown and go across the lash line to work as a soft background for our black liner.
Like I'm alive again.
Okay, next I'm going to apply a thin line of black liquid liner across my upper lash line before we put on false lashes. And we're not going to do any winged liner today, I'm just going to leave it as is. Okay, so I went ahead and cut up this side to this side, and now I'm going to go ahead and set my under eye concealer. I'm going to use my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette as usual. Okay, so for the lower lash line, I'm going to use my pencil brush and just go into that light tan color again and smudge it underneath my eye. And I'm going to make sure the outer corner of the shadow connects so there's not like a gap on the corner of my eye where the upper lash line meets the lower lash line. And then I'm going to go ahead and use a little bit of that darker brown and just use it on the outer corner. Next, I'm going to go into Sunset, which is that copper color, and just run that on the inner and middle part of the lower lash line to kind of blend it into that darker color. Okay, next I'm just going to apply a light coat of mascara. I'm going to be using my Too Faced Better Than Sex Waterproof. I'm just going to apply a light layer since we are going to put on falsies, and it can be kind of hard to put on fake lashes if you have on too much mascara.
Turn your magic on to me, he'd say. Everything you want, so dream away under this pressure.
Okay, I like to do my false lashes last, so I'm going to go ahead and fill in my brows and then move on to the face, and we'll apply the falsies last. So I've been trying out this L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer Pencil, and I really like it. It's very similar to the Anastasia Brow Wiz or the Kevyn Aucoin Precision Brow Pencil. I will say I like those just a little bit better because the pencil is just a little bit finer, but this is really good for the price. And I'm just kind of filling in where I have any sparse areas. I don't want the brows to look too drawn on for this look. Okay, now that my brows are done, I'm going to go ahead and set them with the Nars Brow Gel, and this is in the color Kinshasa, which is the dark brown.
That I can't go on, not in this way. I'm a dream and die by light of day.
Okay, before we apply any bronzer, I'm going to set my face with my NYX setting powder. I like to put it on the areas where I'm going to apply bronzer and contour because I think it blends better. I leave the tops of my cheeks bare because I want them to be a little bit more glowy, and then I just set my nose and my forehead anywhere that I get oily. I wanted to use my Kevyn Aucoin bronzer for this look, the Tropical Days, because it's so shimmery and pretty, and I just think it would be perfect for this look, but I accidentally left it up at school, and I'm home for Christmas break, so I'm just going to go ahead and use my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. I don't have any other shimmer bronzers at the moment because I use them all up because I love shimmery bronzer. I'm going to go ahead and use this, and we're just going to have to make it work. So for this look, I don't want to do a harsh contour. I do like contouring, but I just feel like sometimes it can take away from the look, and I don't really like the look of harsh contour. So I'm going to just apply this in the 3E motion, and this is kind of what I like to call bronzering. It's adding shape to your face with bronzer, but not necessarily using a harsh contour, if that makes sense. So we're just going to apply it like all over this area of the cheek, so we'll add a little bit of definition and warmth. And since I'm so pale right now, bronzer can get really intense on me, so I'm just gonna go ahead and make sure that's all blended out with my big powder brush. And this is the Real Techniques powder brush, if I haven't mentioned that before, and it is my absolute favorite. And it's super cheap. For blush today, I'm gonna layer blushes. I'm gonna start off with my Nars Madly blush, which is one of my favorite neutrals, and it's just a really pretty, like, warm pinky tan. Is that even a color? And I'm gonna be using my new favorite Bobbi Brown blush brush because it just fits the apples of your cheeks perfectly, and it can apply blush pretty intensely, to be honest, so I'm just going to use a little bit and then build it up if I need to. Okay, I definitely need to blend out the blush. I'm gonna go over that with the Too Faced Sweetheart blush in Peach Beach, and it's just like a shimmery golden pink. It actually has 3 colors, but when you swirl it together, it's just like a light shimmery pink. And I'm gonna go ahead and put that right over the blush, and this will just add a nice glow and kind of blend out that first color. For highlight today, I'm actually gonna be using my favorite Becca Champagne Pop, and this duo is the Flower Child and Champagne Pop duo that they have at Sephora, and my friend Catherine actually got this for me for my birthday, so thank you, Catherine. I'm just going to apply this to the tops of my cheekbones, and I'm actually going to apply a lot of highlight today because I want this look to be really shimmery. Okay, for lips, we're going to do a really fun shimmery pink, and I'm really excited to show you guys what it is. First, I'm going to use the Jouer lip cream in the color Melon, and these are like my favorite lip stains. They just last really well, and they're not super drying, which is a plus. So I'm just going to apply this. I also highlighted the top of my Cupid's bow with this Wet n Wild highlighting stick, and it's for the eyes, but you can just put a little bit wherever you want to highlight. So I like to put a little bit right here, and then just kind of tap it out so it's not too obvious. Okay, then to top off my lips, I'm going to be using one of the new Jouer lip toppers, and I've been eyeing these forever because I see them all over Instagram, but I got the color Skinny Dip, which is the medium shade. They have one called Frostbite and one called Tan Lines. Frostbite's like a really white shimmer, and then Tan Lines is like a deep gold bronze, and I would just go with whichever one matches your skin tone best. This one was best for me. And these are actually made with coconut oil, so they're supposed to be really moisturizing, and they go perfectly on top of the Jouer lip creams. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this. You guys will see how intense it is once I put it on. Oh my gosh. I'm actually going to go over the edges of my lips with just a bit of a darker pink lip liner, really lightly, just to add a little more definition. Okay, now we're going to put on false lashes. I already did this eye, as you guys can see. I'm using a pair of lashes from the brand Kiss. You can pick them up at the drugstore, and they're super, super affordable. I don't have the case they came in because I've worn these a couple times, but they just look really pretty and fluttery when you have them on. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this eye. I've already had the glue getting tacky on the back of my hand for about a minute. And that's about a good amount of time to get them tacky. They say 30 seconds, but I think you should go a little longer because once you put them on, they stick and don't slide around. Okay, I decided I wanted to make these lashes more dramatic, so I'm actually just layering a pair of half lashes right in the center to make the center appear thicker and fuller. This eye look turned into a look all about the lashes, which I'm kind of okay with. Okay, now the lash glue is dry, I'm gonna go over the band with some black gel liner just to make sure there's no glue on the liner. Okay, then I'm gonna go in with MAC Nylon, and it's just a really shimmery highlight. It's so pretty. I'm just going to put a little bit on the inner corners and a little bit underneath my brow, which I don't like shimmer under the brow for an everyday look, but I think it's really pretty for more dramatic looks. Okay guys, here is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. As usual, all the products will be listed in the description box, so don't forget to check that out. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe so you guys are up to date on when I post new videos. And yeah, I hope you guys are having a good holiday season and have a Merry Christmas, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye!
Every day, that's what he